Greetings and good afternoon. Welcome. So, do you believe in your country? Do you support your country? Are you, by your country and your standards, are you a patriot? These are some of the questions that, maybe because of my background, because of my life, these are questions that have started coming up a lot. I mean, I know the answer for myself, but I follow a lot of people on YouTube and various platforms, watch the news, and because of those people, and specifically because of the things they've said, I'm kind of forced to really drill down into this, think about this. I've been focusing on trying to build different things for this channel. Education, learning, stuff like that. But I still, just for various reasons, keep my thoughts of the week out there. I haven't done a lot recently because I'm, as I said, trying to build up the other aspects of this channel. But what I'm hearing and seeing are troubling. And that's where those questions have come up. Where is that point where you give up? Give up on your country. Now, for a lot of my brothers and sisters out there, you know where I'm coming from when I say there is no line. You never give up. But let us all accept the reality of the situation. We're not in the top 1%. We can't escape. We're going to be the ones in the trenches if things go south. Now, I don't mean this for, I'm from America, so obviously that's where I'm approaching from. I mean this for any country. I mean, if you love your country, I don't care what country you're from. I really don't. If you love your country, you love the direction it's going, you fully support it. The UK, France, Canada, hell, even Russia, China, and North Korea. North Korea, I know you guys probably are never going to see this, but if you support your country, you love what your country is about, you love the direction it's going, awesome. But at what point are you like, no? At what point do you try to get yourself and your family out of the country? Because it's just not, it's not what you want. It's not what you've supported. Is there a point where you just, as we say in the military, pop smoke and get out? If that's even an option for us without the wealth and means to do so. Now, the reason I bring this up, the reason that this has provoked my thinking. Now, I know for me and mine, at least for me, I can't leave. I'm retired military. That means something. It means I see the larger picture for my country, a larger direction. Even if we're not going perfectly in the direction I believe we should be going, I think the overall trajectory, the overall direction is accurate. Very winding, very last walk home after a late night of bar crawl. We're all over the road, but we'll get there. The problem is, a lot of these people on YouTube, a lot of the people in the media that are in that upper percentiles of income, of wealth, they're already planning to leave, taking all their money, all their assets with them, which is kind of confusing for someone like me. Because they say they fully support this country. And even in some scenarios, they're like, yeah, I would go Second Amendment in a heartbeat if X, Y, and Z happens. But in the next breath, they're talking about, yeah, I'm already looking at moving myself and my assets, my company to another country. That doesn't say you fully support. That says you're okay as long as it's benefiting you. But once things get hard, you're like, bro, I'm gone. And again, I know I have a biased background. And being in the military for as long as I have, as any of us have been that were in the military, even if we only did 1 or 2 tours, we kind of get it, I think, better than people that have never been in the military. You have to fight for your country. Now, if I got the chance to send my family away, keep them safe while I stay here at home, yeah, I could do that if they wanted to go. Now, I'm not going to force them. If they're like, nope, we're going to stay here, we're going to go through this together as a family, I can respect that. But when you're billionaires, your mega millionaires are saying, yeah, I've already got my jet, hot and ready to go at a moment's notice. I've already got other countries that I'm planning on moving my assets, my job, my business to, but not my employees. Maybe 1 or 2 that are, what they consider essential. I'm just saying, that is so messed up. I don't know where to go with it. I mean, yes, I don't think anybody that's paying attention to America right now would say we are aligned as a country. We are definitely not coming together as we should. Now, you can pick your reasons. It's irrelevant. It's that we're not. We don't think the same. We don't act the same. We don't look the same. We are voluntarily segregating ourselves based on random ideas and beliefs, which are going to change in another 10 or 15, 20 years. When people of such vast beliefs, when we go looking for houses, don't even want to live in a house, a community with anybody that doesn't think exactly like they do, that to me is a breakdown of America. It shouldn't matter what the person beside you thinks, what the person beside you looks like, as long as there is overall a directional thought of making America better. Better than we are, better than we have ever been. I've been, I think, to 15 different countries. I don't remember what the number is. And yes, certain countries are just absolutely amazing. They're beautiful. I mean, I've been really, really impressed with some of the countries I've visited. Especially the rebuilding, and I know it's been a very long time, but some of the countries post-World War II and the rebuild, it's just like mind-boggling, beautiful. But I've also seen behind the walls, seen some of the underside, and as bad as we have it here, at times, as bad as some of our people have it here, we're nowhere near the worst. Can we be better? Absolutely. But are we headed that way? I don't know. It's difficult to see at times. I want to say yes. I blindly want to say yes and believe that with my heart of hearts. But there's too much being said right now across not just mainstream media, but in the growing social media platforms, that we are coming to a cliff. And it's at that cliff where we're really going to define ourselves and what this country is going to be for the next 250 years. This country is so unique in so many ways. An experiment that has lasted close in on 250 years. Yes, we've had terrible atrocities, terrible times that we cannot forget. We need to remember those lessons. We need to remember the atrocities that neighbor has committed against neighbor, friend against friend, family against family, brother against brother. But what I feel is that we still need to stay here and fight for her. Fight for this country. And the fact that some of the most powerful, influential people in this country are like, I'm going to peace out if it gets hard. It's troubling. And I don't know what to do with that. Because if they do leave, and they take the billions and billions, probably between all of them, hundreds of billions of dollars, tens of millions of jobs, infrastructure support, shows me they don't really truly believe in the American experience and experiment. They believe in what's benefiting them. as divisive as we all have become over the last 30, 40, 50 years, whenever you want to put the starting point. I don't think anybody out there would disagree. We are becoming more divisive than inclusive. But I'm hoping that, like any system that stretches too far in one direction, we snap back. And hopefully, we're stronger for it. More inclusive, more centered, more focused on building beyond our dreams. And for those with the power saying that they're leaving, and they're just going to let us fall apart because they don't care enough. They're about saving their own skin, their own hide, and their own assets, to be quite frank. For those of you who bother to study, know a little bit about the mechanisms that happen when one reaches a certain turning point, a crisis moment. We go back to our barbaric senses, and there are three reactions. Everybody has heard of the fight or flight, but the third F is freeze. Fight, flight, or freeze. Now, the most dangerous of those three would be to freeze. Inaction is never a good action. And while I don't think anybody out there wants to fight, there comes a time. Now, because I know it's part of human nature, it's part of just the psychology that underlies every single human that has ever lived. I don't want to say that fleeing is cowardice. It is a biological experience, a reaction. But to say, and again, I know I'm coming from a different view than a lot of these billionaires, because they haven't served in the military, and they don't get it from the perspective we do. I just wish I could hear from them that they are going to use all their assets for the betterment of this country instead of fleeing. That's the direction I want to see from them. Just doesn't seem like I'm going to get it. I think that's really all I had to say. Thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful day.